Last year, there were big pledges, but 12 months on, we're still on track for climate catastrophe. The target is a reduction in emissions to limit global heating to 1.5 degrees above pre-industrial levels. Now, countries whose plans weren't up to scratch last year were told to go home and do better. Now, so far, only 26 out of the 193 countries that agreed to step up commitments have so far followed through. So those holdouts need to bring something new to the table.
COP27 must be the place to rebuild trust and re-establish the ambition needed to avoid driving our planet over the climate cliff. In the last few weeks, report after report has painted a clear and bleak picture.
Now, this year, there could be a showdown over climate reparations. Now, blocks of poorer nations have tried for years to get wealthy countries to commit to pay for unavoidable environmental crises. Now, no progress was made last year in Glasgow, but efforts are now on the political agenda and gaining momentum. It's the top priority of low-income countries, but the wealthiest nations are hesitant as the bill could be huge. So negotiations, well, they could get heated.
I think we are anxious to do this in a very cooperative, non-confrontational way. We don't feel that this has to be an issue that's, sort of pounded at people, because we agree, as do almost all nations now, that much more has to happen faster.
There's a huge new challenge this year which COP has never seen: Russia's war on Ukraine. It's led to widespread soaring energy prices and inflation. Now, that's a distraction for many countries. They'll be walking the line of wanting to make and be seen making commitments, but needing to avoid voter backlash at home over hints of rising living costs. So it may mean there are only modest commitments made, particularly across Europe. COP27 will come down to the fundamental question of climate justice. Should or when will wealthy, industrialised countries, mostly responsible for the crisis, commit to compensating vulnerable, low-income nations? The success or failure of the UN's flagship climate conference is likely to depend on getting rich countries to deliver on reparations and step up ambitions. Now, that will be a tough ask this year.
Planet is on course for reaching tipping points, and that will make climate chaos irreversible and forever bake in catastrophic temperature rise. We need to move from tipping points to turning points for hope. And that means urgently increasing ambition and trust, especially between North and South.